Good morning. We as a staff have been asked a couple questions about where we've seen God moving and what is He telling us and how are we staying connected. So these are the kind of things that I wanted to share real briefly. I've been cleaning pools for about 7 years, and one of the things that I've always done is I've walked onto someone's property and I've prayed that God would go before me, and it's kind of a way of centering myself because there's some clients that I literally have no idea what I'm gonna contend with when I get on their property, and sometimes it's their crazy dog, and sometimes it's relatives from out of town. There's some Airbnbs, and so sometimes it's I've been bit a few times. Anyways, so there's reasons that I pray, but even more importantly that God would be an important part of their lives, and that I would reflect His glory, and that my work would also be a part of that as well. And just in the last couple days, with all of this stuff kind of swirling around, people have been engaging with me in different ways, and we've mentioned that everything's shutting down, right? And one of the things that they mentioned was church, and they're like, how do you shut church down? And this one of my clients, he's quite a bit older, and I know for a fact he's not, he hasn't been to church in a long time, and so it was fun to discuss with him about that. Hey, we're online, and he's like, how does that work? And I said, well, here, I'll show you. So I told him about the app. He has a computer, but he doesn't have a cell phone. And so just this whole idea for him, the fact that our church is growing even at this time, and that we're changing and adapting. I love the idea that even though he's in his 70s, that God still has got something for him. And that there's a reason why he's still here. There's a reason why I'm still cleaning his pool. He can do it himself, but for some reason he's still paying me to do it. And so I figure if I'm there every week, it's got to be for a good reason other than just his pool looking good. And so that was really cool to see that. But I've been thinking a lot about this lock-in idea, and a lot of us have been kind of trying to figure this out and what this means for our everyday stuff. And so I started thinking about this term, locked in. And there's the kind of the phrase that people use, like when you first get someone's phone number, they say, I got your number locked in, right? There's also a point where when the NBA still had their games going, we're huge Warriors fans, love the Warriors. Boy, it's a rough year. But Steph Curry tweets out before every game, lock in. And that's like, it's about it's a mindset, right? And then I found this other definition I thought was really cool, and I'm going to read this now. That locked in is, it's when you're committed to a person in a relationship and won't let anyone else or anything else tear the two of you apart. So I was like, that's awesome. I love that. The fact that we're locked in, but so what? Even more to the point, God's got us locked in already. And I was thinking about how guys like Peter and Paul and even John the Baptist and Joseph and all these people that have been actually locked in to the point of almost death. And I know for some other people I've talked to, it feels like that, and there's some health issues, and that's very real. But that part just excited me about that God has got us secure and held fast as a people, and as His children. So locked in is not. Let's not make this a bad thing. Let's see what God has for us, and let's see what He's going to continue to do. And the last question is how I'm staying connected. Of course, I got my phone and texting a lot of people, sending emails, and sending out devotionals and other challenges. I hope that this is going to be inspirational. And what's the other stuff? I'm not big on social media, But who knows? I mean, maybe over the next couple weeks, that's going to be a little more important in this time, and maybe it's not so much about what I'm into as much as just making sure that we're staying connected, however that means. So thanks for listening. God bless y'all.